Well, how's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. I don't have the coffee on deck for this one, but of course, I got some water. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we're about 45 minutes away from close right now. And, well, stocks are a bit rocky as Jerome Powell is speaking. As I'm making this video, I just literally turned off the stream to make this video, right? And right now, stocks are flipping red to green, green to red. It's one of those days. And Palantir is up around 0.5%. And now you guys can see it's actually running in real time on the intraday. But man, it's been a roller coaster throughout the entire day. Look at the last couple of hours here, guys. We opened up at around 139, popped to about 141, then we dumped down to about 137.50, back to 140, then down to 137.50 again. Now we're pushing 140 again. So guys, we have to do an update on these charts, go over my thoughts on the Fed, Jerome Powell, rates, and we'll cover the charts, stocks in general later in the video, indexes, we'll touch upon them as well, which, by the way, now they went green. Yeah, talk about volatility. So yeah, smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join the free email stock newsletter. Check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates. That is down below. And let's get into it, guys. So right now, again, we just flipped green. The S&P's up 0.15. Same with QQQ. Dow's up 0.1. The VIX is down 7% still, which is good. And it looks like the Russell has been green. 0.75% in the green. But yeah, man, looking pretty good right now. Decent, I would say. Things are going green as Jerome Powell is speaking. And when I turned off the stream literally 5 minutes ago, he was talking about how tariffs are going to increase inflation and somebody's going to have to pay for these tariffs. It's not just like, oh, we put tariffs on people and nobody pays for it. You know what I mean? It's like, that couldn't be further from the truth, right? We're putting tariffs on China, and obviously they're putting them on us. But what is this going to do? This is going to increase the product's price. You know what I mean? Whether it's, you name the product. It's going to increase the price. If you think these businesses are going to eat the costs of these tariffs and not pass them on to the consumer, you're nuts. You know what I mean? You're nuts. We're going to end up paying for these tariffs. So what Powell was saying is essentially inflation. It's uncertain what's going to happen over these coming months. We don't know what's going to happen. Inflation will go up. I don't think he said it will go up, but there's a chance, it's going to spike here in the coming months because of tariffs, and we don't know how much tariffs will increase inflation. And I'm pretty sure Powell was saying it's more than previously anticipated, because the tariffs are so sky high. And we'll see what kind of negotiation or what kind of deal the U.S. and China come to eventually with all these other countries as well. Time will tell. But the fact that there's so much uncertainty still, inflation, yes, it's come down to 2.4 on an annualized basis, but it could spike, right? The fact that it could spike again in the coming months, Powell staying steady. The Fed funds rate is at 4.5%, and we weren't expecting a rate cut today, guys, so it's not like this was something on everybody's radar, and now stocks are going red because we didn't get a rate cut. Nobody was expecting it, right? If we did get a rate cut, that would be, out of the blue. Stocks would be going ballistic, but that's not the case, right? And, the fact that he's saying, inflation, it could go up in the coming months. We don't know how much, there's uncertainty. This is causing stocks to be a bit rocky now. And we were green earlier, greener, if you will. And now we've been slipping red rather, as Powell's been going on with his speech. And Palantir right now, guys, is still in a very strong position, even though it's looking wonky on the intraday chart, that's for sure. It's still in a very strong position, though. We broke out a couple days ago back on Monday. We hit 144.86, all-time high. Then we cooled off a bit yesterday, and today's the consolidation day, right? Yesterday we pulled back to about 136, popped to 138, closed at 138, and notice today, well, we've held 138 all day. Even though the stock's seeing a lot of volatility, we've held 138 all day. which if I pull up this 30-minute time frame, you guys can see we're still maintaining an uptrend, higher lows. And overall, man, do you guys remember that ascending triangle we called out? Let me pull this 4-hour chart up. You guys will definitely be able to see it. We're still maintaining the top of that as support. So we broke out of this triangle here a couple days ago, right? We got to 145. Now we're pulling back. We're holding that old resistance as support. In fact, we're bouncing off of it. What more could you ask for, right? What more could you ask for? So Palantir is looking pretty good, man. Nothing crazy, you know, in terms of price action per se. It's just consolidation, right where you want to see the consolidation as well, which is really good news. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And by the way, make sure to like the video if you guys are finding value, and subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subs on YouTube. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So let me go over some other stocks that are moving quickly today. Coinbase, I saw popped off earlier today. I didn't really look too much into it. It's up 15%. Oh my goodness, man. Coinbase, let's see here, guys. Coinbase shares are trading higher after the company announced the launch of its Coinbase Payments stablecoin payment stack. Interesting, guys. I have to look deeper into that. But we got that news earlier this morning, it looks like, and the stock just went berserk. I mean, oh my goodness, man. Look at the intraday chart. This thing was coasting in the mid 250s, and then all of a sudden, boom, it ripped all the way to where we are now, 15% up. And the stock's pushing $300 a share. And man, it's been years since Coinbase was over 300, right? I mean, I can't even remember the last time. Actually, no, it was in 2024. Momentarily, we got over $300 a share. But before that, believe it or not, guys, we got all the way down to $30. Oh my God, that's insane. So Coinbase is now up around 10x off the lows officially. I didn't realize it got down that low. But before that, Coinbase was well over 300. In fact, we were over $400 a share when the stock IPO'd a couple of years ago. Yeah, crazy times. And we're still far off that IPO high or post-IPO high. So do you guys think we're going to get there? We might. I think we will eventually, whether it's this year or next year or the year after. I don't know. Eventually, I think we will. Coinbase is a good company. I use their product, you know, for buying crypto. I'm not a crazy crypto guy. I don't own a ton of crypto, but when I buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, when I buy, you know, ADA or whatever other, whatever you want to call them, altcoins I do it on Coinbase personally. You know, I'm not buying a crazy amount. It's not like I'm buying, you know, 50K lots or big buy orders. I'm buying like a couple $100 at a time, or, you know, if I'm buying maybe once every 2 weeks, or maybe I'm buying like $100, $200, slowly building up. That's the way I'm buying crypto right now. Nothing crazy at all. You know, I'm slowly building more exposure as time goes, but I use Coinbase, and clearly a lot of people do. It's a great product. I know there's other exchanges out there that might be better, whatever, but I've been using Coinbase now, since 2017 when I first started trading crypto. And again, I'm not a crazy big crypto guy, but I have been dabbling since 2017. Man, it's almost been 10 years. It's crazy to say that out loud, but yeah, you know, Coinbase has always been pretty good, and it's gotten better over time, which is key. It's gotten better, which is key. So Coinbase is ripping. Obviously, SoFi, we covered that earlier. SoFi is going ballistic today. $15.35 per share is where it's at. Intel, which we covered, I think, this morning, is doing very well right now. Starting to move a bit here. Groupon, which is a high short interest play. Man, it's been just squeezing like no other these last couple of months. This stock just keeps on going. What else is moving today? CCL up another almost 2%. Heading into earnings, by the way. Carnival's got earnings. Geez, I didn't even know that. Is that tomorrow? No, that's next week, right? Yeah, and next week on the 24th, we have CCL's earnings. and that's definitely going to be one I'm watching. But I'm going to wrap it up here. We went over a lot in this video. The Fed, Palantir, some thoughts there. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments or on the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. Join my free email stock newsletter and check out my Patreon for my portfolio updates. All those links are down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.